Welcome to Thorough Talks 215. I am your host, E, with my co-host, Brown. Talk to me.
Hey, what up, baby? What's going on with you, bro?
Episode 12, bro.
Oh, man, that's major, man.
It's super dope, bro. Like, who would have thought? Who would have thought that?
A lot of people didn't think that. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I'm one of them too because.
Well, doubt always creeps in.
Yeah. But it's a good thing, man. It's a wonderful feeling.
It's a good thing.
What's going on, though, brother? Talk to me.
Yeah, listen, the Philadelphia Eagles came out with the schedule. Did you see that?
Yeah, I
bro?
see they leaked it.
They leaked it. No, it's out. It's officially out.
It's
now.
officially out.
It came
now,
out. It came out.
They leaked it a little.
Yeah. Well, what they do is they'll give you a little sample, and it's like the drug dealer, right? He'll give you a little bit. He go, take this free, John, and then come back. But what you think? You know the first game. You know what the first game is?
The first game is against the Dallas Cowgirls.
How do you feel about that? Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't like it. I don't think the Cowboys deserve to be even close to one of them primetime games with us. But I understand because of ratings. It's all about ratings.
It is all about ratings because they're supposed to be America's
Are they
team.
America's team?
They're supposed to be America's team, but they're really not because they haven't did shit since VHS tapes been out
Lord have mercy.
a long time ago, brother.
You talking about VCR type shit?
VCR shit.
Damn,
bro.
Lord.
For those
Well,
who don't know, they haven't won a Super Bowl since then.
but even though, let's keep it, we always keep it 100. Even though we hate the Cowboys, they hold a strong position in the NFL because of jersey sales, and they do get a lot of viewers, and the fan base is huge, so we cannot discredit that.
They might try to get at us, though.
No, and that's where I'm about to go. They're going to get at us, and the reason why is we're embarrassing them. First of all, it's probably gonna be at the ring ceremony, bro.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I didn't think about that.
It's at home. It's this ring ceremony, and the banner goes up, so you know they're gonna be feeling some type of way.
Yeah, they're gonna try to run down on us.
Good luck with that. Dak Prescott not too long ago was talking about, which he does have a winning record against the Eagles. I think he's like 9-4 all time. So he's done pretty well against us, and so I think it'll be a great game. What worries me is a late start because we don't play a whole lot in the preseason, and maybe we might not be up to par. The first couple games is always risky, so it is what it is. But I want to do something. I'm going to name the games, all right?
Name the games.
And then you let me know how you feel.
Because the schedule is a little crazy.
Yeah, a little crazy. Dog, this John is brutal, bro.
No, bro.
Yo, they did it to us. Look, first game, Cowboys home, which is cool. September 4th is a Thursday, so that's pretty dope. Second game at Kansas City, right from the rip.
You know they mad at us.
Oh, they mad. They big mad. Third game, the Rams at home. That's going to be a tough game. Remember that game in the playoffs?
Yeah,
that was crazy.
We almost lost that.
We almost lost that game. I was scared of that.
That.
Fourth game, bro, we got to go to Tampa. We always have a hard time with Tampa, bro. What's up with that?
For some reason, it always
the air is always too hot out there.
Are we playing in Tampa?
In Tampa, bro.
Fuck. Every time we play in Tampa,
we lose,
good, bro.
Yo, the last few years we've lost at Tampa, bro.
It's too fucking hot.
It's hot as balls out there. Pause. Okay.
Pause.
So, game 5, we got the Denver Broncos. Now, they're a tricky team, but I ain't too worried about that. Then game 6, the Giants.
Okay.
Division foe. Game 7, away will be at Minnesota. That's a tricky game, Minnesota.
Minnesota's a little because we don't know what's going on right now this year. Everybody shifted, everything.
It's a lot of changes too.
So we don't know what we're getting into.
True.
Put it like that.
Then we go back to the Giants. I don't know, whoever made these schedules is fucking weird.
Giants
again. So remember, week 6 it's at the Giants. Week 7 is at Minnesota. Then we're home against the Giants. Then we get a bye. Week 9 bye. What do you think of that?
Okay, that's probably good. It's probably a little late for me, for my liking.
You like it? Yeah, you like it earlier.
I like it a little earlier because every time they get a bye week, to me, is a reset.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a reset. It's football. You need that bye week, man. Okay, so then we go to Green Bay. Yo, we got 9 playoff teams.
Bro. They try to make sure we don't win shit.
They say, okay, you want to win the Super Bowl? All right. So we got to go to Green Bay, and then week 11 we play at home against the Detroit Lions.
Damn.
That is a Sunday night football. Yeah, they're not playing with this schedule. This schedule is brutal. And then we go to Dallas November 23rd.
All right.
Then back home. Check this out, Brown. We go back home on a Friday Black Friday, we play the Chicago Bears at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Here?
Here.
Oh, we gonna wear all black that day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Black Friday, we
Black
wearing all
Friday,
black.
that's true.
With the motherfucking shiesties on, nigga.
Yo, that's crazy. I didn't even think of that. That's smart.
Dog, you already know.
Yo, that's a dope ass thing to think about. All right, so then week 14, we got to go to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. I don't know about that game. For some reason, when we go to the West Coast, we do pretty well.
Yeah.
It seems like the last few years. So then we're going to stay in. The Raiders come to Philly. It's been a long time since we played the Raiders.
Damn.
I don't remember last time we played the Raiders.
That's different.
Yeah, that's different. I mean, I don't remember last time we played the Raiders, but that should be interesting. Then we finally play the Washington Commanders at their home. Then we go from Washington to Buffalo, and then the last game is Washington here, bro.
Bro.
Christ.
But you know what, man? That might get us on our game.
To be the best, you gotta beat.
Yeah,
the
because
best.
you know what I notice about us? Every time we play like light teams, we play.
We take them for granted, and they do us dirty,
bro.
No, you're absolutely right. That's true.
So okay, is that the end of the list?
That's it. That's the season.
So let me ask you this, because I want you to put it down right now, because if it does happen your way, if you was a better like on FanDuel or anything, you're getting that money.
Yeah.
What's your final
record
for this year?
All right. So from
With
what
the teams, that's you just read them all.
All right. So what I'm looking here, bro, I'm gonna be honest. This is a gauntlet. This is extremely difficult. Anybody that knows football understands what I'm talking about. There's one thing that I noticed here that I think is going to affect us. There's no back-to-back home games. Every game, I did this observation, every game is home, away, away. That bothers me because I think that's going to wear on you eventually. And we go to the West Coast a couple times, it looks like, that traveling. So I'm going to say 12 wins, man, 11, 12. I just think this is such a tough schedule. I'm being realistic. I just want to make the playoffs. I think if we make the playoffs, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? What do you say?
I got 13
13?
I got 13
legit.
wins
That's
because
legit.
I just feel like I said, every time they go against like good teams, they play good. But when it's them soft, they be light with them, bro.
Yeah, they play to their level. So it seems like if they play a team that's 500 or under 500, below 500, they kind of play to their level, and then you sit back and say, yo, we better than this, bro. Yeah. Come on, what you doing?
We gonna bust the Buccaneers' ass this year.
We need to, man.
We gonna bust the Buccaneers' ass this year. I ain't trying to hear that shit, dog.
Enough's enough with the
belt to culo. That's what we doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, it's wild, bro. Wow. Now that we're on football, I want to shout out, I know that you guys are going to hate me for this, but it's a bigger picture. Think outside the box. Kansas City Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco just added another milestone to his already impressive resume, officially graduating from Rutgers. The former Scarlet Knight has become a fan favorite in KC, helping them lead to the Chiefs to 2 Super Bowl wins in 3 seasons. And the reason why I say that is because he's Boricua. All right. He's Boricua. Ya tu sabe. All right, yes, he's a Kansas City Chief, but at the same time, we want to celebrate when people do great things, man. It's something, honorable to see someone that has been already in the league. He's established. He's made a lot of money. He said, you know what? I'm going to go back to school. Yeah. And not only that, he's giving other people hope that you can always go back and do what you need to do, bro.
Yeah,
it's never too late.
Bro. You know how it is, man. We got to celebrate.
Gotta celebrate. On the field, we hate you on the field, right? Off the field, you Boricuas. Off the field,
man, he did a good thing.
He did a great thing, man. Congrats to you, man.
Congrats to him, man.
Shaq did it. A lot of guys do it after he's still in the league, but a lot of guys do it right after the league,
It's a good thing to always go back and get, higher education on whatever it is in life, because, your life goes on.
Your
after
career,
football,
right.
Life goes on.
Your career's
going to
get
into something else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Talking and sports stuff and you got to do all that stuff. But since we're on football right now, I just want to put it out there.
Talk to me.
Did you see that Reed Blankenship and Cooper DeJean got a podcast?
Nah.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to Coop.
Yeah, bro. This going to be interesting.
Oh, that's going to be dope.
Those is the raunchy white boys.
What they call them? What's
they the gangster white boy. That's me. They the gangster white boys. They our team, bro.
Yo, that's just gonna be popping. Shout out to them, man.
I think they're gonna do good.
Oh, man. Absolutely. This is where it's at. You know why, Brown? If you have good chemistry, just like we do, and people want to watch you guys and they want to laugh and learn something and enjoy a good little podcast. That's what it's about, man. Bro, at the end of the day. Wow. Yo, did you see what Trump's trying to do? A new law.
Hold on. what the fuck now? Tell me that. What is he fucking doing now? Tell me.
All right. I'm going to read something here for you guys. And this is for the people that want to get married.
Oh, shit.
For all you people that want to come from another country to the United States and find your little hubby or your wifey, it's going to be a little more difficult. Let me read this. Donald Trump's administration implemented changes to the green card application for married couples, including updated forms, marriage interviews, and increased financial disclosures, aiming to enhance scrutiny and potentially deter fraudulent marriages. These changes led to longer processing times and more thorough vetting, no pun intended, more thorough vetting for marriages based on immigration, particularly for K-1 fiance and C-1 spouse, meaning if you think you're gonna come over here, get married, and stay in the United States, that's gonna change, bro.
Te jodiste, papi. It's not gonna happen.
It's not good. Yo, has that ever happened to you where you got offered some money to marry somebody so they could become a citizen?
You know what? Sadly, no.
Why?
Nobody ever offered me money to get married.
Would you take that deal?
Nah, because I mean, how much they pay?
50 stacks.
I don't know, man. You know what? I've never been in that situation, so I can't even say it. But 50 stacks sound a little good. How about
100? Let's negotiate real quick. I had 3 opportunities, bro. I've been offered 3 times.
Yalo, Bobby.
Yeah, I've been offered 3 times. Look, so there was a Colombian. Shout out to my Colombians. You know what? Now that I say that, Daniel, Diego, Vicky, Mary Carmen, Angela, Little Davy, DJ Jonathan out in Colombia.
Oh,
shout out to all my Colombians. Great people.
There you go.
Great people. So there was a Colombian girl. There was a Russian girl, and there was a girl from Israel. Now, there's 3 different stories. Which story would you like to hear?
You know what? Those are 3 different types of shit going on.
Exotic, beautiful women.
Out of the three, let me get the Russian.
You want the Russian story? All right.
I want to hear the Russian story because.
You like Russians?
I mean,
shout out to the Russians. Northeast Philly, shout out to the Russians.
Shout out to the Russians. I would like to hear the Russians.
Okay, so I used to go to LA Fitness on Grand Avenue. Shout out to everybody that go to LA Fitness on Grand Avenue. Fitness. And when you go to the gym and you're a regular participant at a gym, you get cool with everybody, Brown. You know, you go at the same time. Let's say you go at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You see Henry, Bill, Lisa, Pamela, Renee, right? You know,
and Waldo.
So there was this girl that was always smiling at me, Brown. She was always smiling at me. And you know, whatever. You're like, all right, cool, whatever. You know, hey, how you doing?
Light skin boy.
All right, whatever, cool. It went from the smile to talking, and then talking, exchange numbers, and then one day she says to me, I want to take you out on a date, bro.
Bro.
That's rare. A girl...
Bro. Hold up. She actually said, I want to take you.
Right.
Not you take me. I want to take you on a date.
So you know the red flags were everywhere,
bro.
It was the red flags was just
bruh.
So I was like, all right, this set me up, whatever. A coffee date. So we sat, coffee date, talking, laughing, flirting. Flirting. It was a good date. But then she says at the end of the day, she said, look, I have some business to talk about. And I knew something was fishy about this. And she broke it down. She said, look, I come from a wealthy family. I'm not a citizen. This is the deal. She offered me $10,000 up front. Get married for 2 years. And then after 2 years, I'll get another 20. What would you have done?
It would have been 30?
That would have been 30 stacks.
What would I have done? I don't know.
But hold up, there's a caveat. There's a caveat. The caveat was she had a man. So it's not like you sleeping with her. It's not like you rolling her. I mean, not saying that the chances, it could happen, but she had a man, so you have to respect that, right? That's number 1. Number 2, you have to act like you're living together. So there might be times where you have to get rushed into the house. So, if there's an interviewer coming in, right? You have to show proof of, that you guys live together.
Yeah, it's like a job.
Dog, it's like
She's
a
hiring.
job, bro.
She's hiring you.
She's hiring you.
To become a citizen.
Right, to become a citizen. So I had to go downtown with her. It was a paperwork. Pictures. You had to get family involved. Yeah, because people have to.
You gotta go on vacation.
Gotta go on vacation. You have to prove that you guys are actually married.
Yeah, bro.
And at the end, I said no. no, man. I said no. I just couldn't do it, man, because number one, I was doing God's been good to me. Been doing great financially. I wasn't fucked up.
You don't need all that money.
I had my spa working. So I was just like, you know what? Even though I could use the money, because you never have enough money, it was just too much for me, man.
How much do you think would have made you be like, all right?
Yeah.
It had to be like, how much?
Over 100. Over 100? Over 100 grand.
And reason why?
Yeah, because I could work with 100 grand better. Okay. In my mind, maybe I would have blown it. Who knows? At that time, I was probably, I was 30, I was like 33, 34.
That was a long time ago.
And I was still kind of, it was a long time ago. But I wasn't as mature with money as I am now. Now I'm way more, like back then in my late 20s and 30s, I still was a little reckless.
At 33, I'd have fucked that money up.
Yeah.
Fuck that money.
Third element, you would have had third element.
20, so it was 30 altogether, right? That first 10?
That third, that ain't
that
shit.
First 10?
Yeah, I'm rolling through that.
Blew that.
I'm rolling with that with you on one weekend sometimes.
Bro,
we'd have been out.
We buying bottles and shit. We jumping on top of tables. Acting like
chain. Stupido. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just do dumb shit.
Yeah, you know
when you're young, man.
I mean, you're young. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta live life, man.
Gotta live life, baby. And it's an experience. But I said no, and then she moved on. She never talked to me again. So
I mean, of course, it was a
it was a business deal.
It was only about that.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. No love lost, bro.
Not at all.
Yo, now, this story here is a little sad. Well, it's a lot sad, actually. But it's a learning lesson. I want to say rest in peace to LGP Qua. You heard about this story, bro?
Man, this shit is sad, bro.
Kadir Johnson. Rest in peace to Kadir Johnson. A lot of prayers to the family. Brown, let me ask you a question, because when we came up, man, we heard a lot of guys talk like this. I'm gonna give you the scenario, right? I'll pop up. I got an expensive chain, the rollie on. You see me hop out a fly wheel. I'm just happy, right? And you see me, but in the streets, the world. It's not that you're not happy for me. In your mind, okay, what's the potential of violence for the jewelry, for the things? If you tell me, yo, be safe out here, and I say to you, nah, I'm willing to die for this, what would be your next response, bro?
I mean, me personally, I ain't saying no shit like that, because I'm not dying for no material shit.
Right.
I'm cool. I got a family.
Right.
I got kids.
Just give it up, man.
Yeah, I'll give it up. But the sad part about that is that you give it up and they still shoot you.
Right. Ain't that crazy?
It's fucked up. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. Now it's just like they just do it just cuz.
But my question is, like, and it's funny because shout out to Gilly. Gilly had mentioned something. And he said, what are you going to do with these chains? You right now are the most wanted, both of you clowns, because that's what you are.
Yeah, clown.
On Mother's Day, bro.
Yeah, clown.
You a clown. You ain't got nothing else to do on Mother's Day but to rob somebody. And so, it's like, what do you can't pawn the chains. You can't wear the chains.
You can't wear them.
So now you asked out, and then, you take out this young man, his mother going through it. Your parents are going to go through it, if you even have parents, right? Young men, give up the chain, bro. And I get it, because like I said earlier, a lot of guys that say, nah, I'm going to die for mine. You're not going to embarrass me. And in the street, somebody takes your chain and you lose your rep. It's like losing your life, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, ain't it?
And you got to kind of know, like, where to be at with shit like that.
But think about it, though. He was at a barbecue, bro.
Yeah,
at Juliana Park, on a Sunday on Mother's Day, bro. You know how wicked you got to be to pull something off?
The shit that bothers me about that is that this kid was positive.
I know.
He was a positive kid.
That's the crazy
All his
part.
music was positive.
Dope,
it
too.
was stop the violence.
Yeah.
Right? And then some nut shit like this happens. Like, that's...
Yo, my man at work was telling me, shout out to Malik. Malik was telling me he has a song called Dear Qua.
Okay.
And he made a song about him being locked up and people writing to him. So I think it's 3 verses. So the shorty writes to him, he spits what she's talking about in the paper.
That's dope.
So then he responds. Then his homie, I think, and maybe a family member, is called Dear. I gotta listen to it because my man was telling me.
Okay.
But that's how talented he was. I just think he just didn't get the break that he needed to fly. And the Lord called his name, and it's a shame. Again, rest in peace to the young man. And blessings to the family, and a lot of prayers to the family, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. Let's get on to some next news. So what's new? Talk to me. What you got?
You want to talk about Tory?
Tory. Oh, Man.
You want to talk about Tory?
Yeah, he got stabbed 14 times.
14 times, my brother.
And now it's coming out, what they allegedly saying is the truth that he did. I always, listen, I'm a Tory fan.
Me too.
Shout out,
Me
I
too.
love Tory, man,
fan.
and it's a shame. And, you know, being biased, I was saying that dude, he didn't do it, and it's coming out that he didn't do it.
Yeah, and you know what's the fucking sad part about it, though, bro? Why, when he gets stabbed and he's in critical condition, that shit like this comes out?
Right.
Why couldn't happen before any of this?
Because your conscience plays in with you. And what happens is the people that were there, they're like, oh, wait a minute.
This is fucked up.
Now it's serious. Now, not only did we lie or kept our mouth shut about the truth, this man is in there fighting for his life. He's in there in a penitentiary where there's all types of gangs, all types of mafias. And now his life is at risk because of a lie. Like, come on, man. This is out of pocket.
What do you think about that? Do you
I think Megan has to be held accountable. Everybody does, bro. Everybody does.
You think he had like straight up beef, or that was a hit?
Well, it could be a hit. There could be a few reasons, but what I heard was that he was flirting with somebody's wife that came to visit. I don't know how true that is. It's all alleged. It will all come out. I would think he's smart enough not to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you are in there, and so things happen, bro.
I mean, you know what? Him being a celebrity, how about this? Maybe it was him in a visiting room, right? And the lady that the man was with the man, she said, "Oh my God, not even that. That's Tory Lanez."
He got jealous, bro.
This is a celebrity, bro.
The Mexican boy probably got jealous.
She's looking over like, "Oh my God, that's Tory Lanez."
Right.
Now he all mad because you came to visit me, and you looking at
you ain't bring the boy no tacos, right? You ain't bring the boy no tacos. That's Tory Lanez.
Yeah, that's Tory Lanez.
You know what I'm saying? It's a shame, man, that he has to go through this, and I fucks with him heavy, man. I think he's a thorough dude.
You know,
man.
They said the dude was a lifer.
Yeah, he had 2 bodies, bro.
So how is a man like that around a celebrity like that?
Right.
My thing is some type of.
You think it was a hit?
I think it was a hit, but I think they should keep celebrities away from people.
Usually they do, don't they?
They supposed to.
Maybe they don't consider him like a
Tory
class.
Lanez had 10 years. This guy's a lifer. How the fuck are they interacting?
Right. That's so true. That's a good point. That's a valid point I didn't even think about, bro.
How?
That's so true, killer.
I don't know. But
it's a shame, but that's the risk you take. And this is, again, look, life is all about a lesson, right? So a lot of young men, you have to understand that whether you're guilty, not guilty, once you're in the penitentiary, anything can happen.
So it was the bodyguard that was coming out. The girl Kelsey's bodyguard is the one who's coming out saying that
what it seems
she
like,
overheard.
Yeah, what it seems like is that they all were wasted. You know how it is when you're wasted.
Yeah.
When you're wasted, you see different things. You hear you're not cohesive. You're not. You guys are not thinking straight. Probably was high. Probably was high on drugs. You know,
bro. I mean, shit. They fucking celebrities. They fucking
do
millionaires,
whatever
bro.
they
They
want.
partying, bro.
And so
there's no limits.
And so you know what happens, Brown? I'm gonna tell you the truth. That group had to pick a side, and that group had to figure out who's gonna take care of me better.
Yeah.
And they probably figured Megan would. I'm telling you, it had to be, bro. Because if you had some thorough dudes around you, no matter what, they're gonna stick by your side.
Just fucked up that he's even in that situation, man.
Yeah, it's something that could have been avoided.
Such a great artist.
But it's great artist. But Brown, let's look at the big picture. Me and you talk about this all the time. When you getting money, how many times we say this?
Yeah.
Fellas, when you getting money, you're around bitches, you getting high, you drinking, it usually ends up bad, bro. No matter how you slice it. Why? Because somebody gets jealous, right? Somebody's boyfriend pops up, somebody's girl is upset, the haters, the stick-up kids. There's so much that happens when you having bread in your pocket, you looking fresh, you got the bitches on your dick, you popular. There's always some negative shit that comes behind.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I mean, you'll have great nights. Don't get me wrong. You're going to have a lot of great nights, but all it takes is that one bad night, Baron. That's all it takes, brother.
I mean, you know what? It's true. It does take one bad night.
One bad night.
And talk about shit like that, bro. Have you been watching this shit on the Puffy trial, bro?
Oh. Yo, how does... Now, hold on. Before we go any further, how can Cassie's husband sit there, Brown,
and listen to all this freak shit? All the... Bro, she a freak.
Meanwhile, she probably only doing missionary with him.
Bro.
It's a joke. You know what? Bro. We're not joking of what happened to her. It is crazy how for a husband that has kids with a woman to sit in a courtroom to listen to all that.
That shit deep, huh?
Deep.
And then, you know what's crazy? They said that he pretty much hired this dude to come over and to pretty much smash her. Yeah, he sat in the corner and
well, there's one girl
did the guacamole.
One girl described it as a private part as a Tootsie Roll, some shit like
Tootsie
that.
Roll, Diablo, Papi.
Mama, that's why you so angry. I was reading the comments. I'm always reading the comments. I was like, damn, why is this motherfucker so angry?
Man, Pop, all that money, you should have got a motherfucking transplant. Go get a transplant.
Come on, bro. You know one of the Miami doctors, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Fix that, bro.
Stuff it.
Yo, like, think about it. I was talking about this with my mans, right? And we were like, with all the money in the world, why are you so angry? Why are you abusing this woman? And it has to be trauma, bro. That's mental illness. And it's crazy that we're talking about this because this is National Mental Illness Awareness Month.
Yeah, man.
And that's what his problem is, man. That's
major, man.
This is deeper than just him having a fetish.
This is mental, awareness,
health awareness month.
It's very, very important for people to be aware of their mental health.
Absolutely,
shit is crazy, bro.
Because look, Brown, we were just laughing and we respect Cassie and what she went through is sad. You know, we bugging out, laughing, having a good time. But when we talk the reality of things, when you look at P. Diddy, he has some real psychological problems. He is sick mentally.
See that.
Sick mentally, bro. When you listen to what's going on in this trial, I'm sorry. I can't tolerate this. This is stupid, bro.
Do you think this shit is real, though? Like, you don't think they, like, exaggerating stories? You think this is some real shit?
No, this is real, bro. He's been, dog, it's just too much. If it was 1, 2, or 3 little things, this guy's been doing this for
Damn,
bro. It's obvious. Now, the question is this. Does his fetish mean he deserves jail time? Or is this something that you're judging him because he's a little kinky? And I think that's why going to court matters, because you have to prove, each side has to prove that he's committing a crime, and the other side is trying to prove, listen, he's just a kinky guy. He likes to get freaky, the freak offs, that's what they call them. And so that's where they're battling, man. But to me, it's mental health. He has problems.
On some real shit, I don't think you should go to jail for being a freak.
Nah, not at all. I mean, everybody be in jail.
Hugh Hefner should have been in jail. My man has 16-year-olds in his fucking Playboy mansion. Man. You feel me? So he should have been in jail too. But you shouldn't go to jail for being a freak.
But recording people,
keep that shit on a low.
right. But recording people and drugging them, that's the problem.
Now that you should go to jail.
Yeah,
for.
That's the problem.
You shouldn't be doing the Bill Cosby.
Yeah, you
see what happened to his ass.
You know what? And I'm gonna tell this to a lot of the guys, fellas. Look, even if it's consensual sex, and y'all in the middle of getting it in, and that girl says, I don't want to do it anymore, you have to stop.
You have to, Pop.
You have to stop.
After that,
I'm going to tell you another one, too. I'm going to tell you.
It's weird if you continue.
And let me tell you another one. I don't know if you know this, and maybe you do. If you smash in a joint, let's say you smash it from the back, and you back out, pull out the condom and go in, that's considered rape.
Papa, that's
rape.
But why would you do some shit like that? Why would you do something like that anyway?
A lot of dudes don't know that. You have to have consent.
Wow. No, that's dirty.
That's dirty, pal. You can't do that. So there's a lot of rules that guys, they think that they could get away with. You cannot get away with. And this is the other thing. Look, even if you're sitting with a girl and you having fun drinking, popping pills, and she is passed out, you just can't jump on her.
No,
bro.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Why would you want to do that anyway?
Because guys do it. I don't understand. Why wouldn't you want her to be involved and want? There's no feeling like her wanting you as much as you want her,
bro. Even like looking at you,
talking to you.
That's weird. That's like fucking a log.
Dead.
A corpse. Like, why would you do that, bro?
That's a weird fetish. That's a weird fetish, bro. Yeah. So there's so many rules, and I don't think a lot of the fellas understand. And then somebody like him with that much power and money, he's been getting away with it for so long, and he just needs help, man. He actually needs help, and maybe he'll get the help if he's locked up. I don't know. I really don't know what the answer is, and the law will prevail.
Oh no, it's gonna go down, bro.
It's gonna go down.
And I don't know. I don't think he's going to get hit with all that we think.
Well, they're saying sex trafficking, because now this is the crazy part. They're saying that sex trafficking is you flying somebody out. Now,
damn, for real?
I'm confused. I don't know if that's true. That's extra, bro. Because you know how many girls get flown out?
All the time. So it's like, bro, if you meet, let's say, for instance,
hypothetically,
I'm on Instagram right now, right? John's in Puerto Rico.
She says, I want to come to Philly.
She want to come to Philly.
You paid a ticket.
So if I pay
Spirit, what you
going
to spend a Spirit, John?
Frontier.
No, don't bring no bags either.
So you telling me that if I were to fly her out, that's sex trafficking?
That's where I'm confused. I can't be. Yeah, that's real sketchy. That's sketchy. Because I'm confused. I heard that and I'm saying to myself, that can't be real. Now, I'm wondering if it's like something about, all right, he paid her. You know what I'm saying? Did he pay her?
Okay.
Because if he paid her, then that could be another reason.
But who knows that he paid her?
I don't know.
That's something that, you know.
That's funny. Nobody knows if he paid her, but now everything's coming out, right, Brown? The story's out there. You know, the people, the jury is gonna make a decision. That's the thing about the law, brother. Yeah. It's about the jury. The 12 that's over there, wherever side they sway, that's where you go, bro. That's where you go. Right. But now that we're talking about mental illness and it's Mental Health Awareness Month, Brown, I want to bring up this. This is an online group sharing format that if you do have an issue and you're going through something and you don't have someone to talk to, you could go to NAMI. It's called NAMI, N-A-M-I, National Alliance of Mental Illness.
Okay.
And what it is, let's say you're going through something and you don't have someone to talk to. You could go online to NAMI and you can share with a group and y'all talk, they give you advice, and everybody in that group is going through the same thing you're going through. Let me just give you a little lowdown on it. So you make a video, right? You go online, you make a video, short video, 30 to 90 seconds, filmed vertically, directly to the camera, warm, bright lighting, long form, 3 to 5 minutes, filmed in landscape mode. Warm, bright lighting, right? Audio recording, aim for 15 to 45 seconds.
Okay.
So it's just 45 seconds. Listen, I'm going through it, not feeling good. You know, my dog died, whatever the case may be. Speak clearly and enunciate. And if you like, you may share a photo and be used alongside with the audio. Written story. So length, how long should it be? Social media post 1 to 2 sentences. Blog length, contact 300 to 1,000 words. And if you like, you may share a photo alongside your story. It's pretty decent. NAMI, check it out, guys. If you're ever going through something and there's something on your mind and you can't reach out to one of your friends or your brother, go online, man. You can make a video, and there's a community out there that will sit and have a conversation.
And it's a private thing. Like,
it's private, man.
And it's dope because what they want you to do the video so they could kind of have an understanding of what it is. Because a lot of people could look at you and they can tell like how mental you are.
Yeah.
Just by you saying some words and talking to them.
And also, there's somebody that can relate to you. Yeah. So let's say you're going through A, B, and C, and there's somebody in Arkansas going through the same thing, and they say, you know what? Yo, bro, this is how I got over it. I ran, or I swam, or I read books, or there's something that could trigger you, but there's something that could bring you back. Yeah. And you just need someone to say, look, this is how I got over it. Dog, I'm telling you, man, talking to people sometimes is the best.
Great information.
Yeah, it's great. So NAMI, okay? NAMI.com, Philadelphia. Check it out. It's a decent website. If you got mental, you're going through a mental day. It's May, the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So let's get it right. You feel me?
You already know, bro. Let me ask you this question, bro.
Talk to me, Kellen.
We be talking all kind of crazy shit on here. And I like to do this kind of stuff because we keep the fans entertained.
Yes,
right?
Sir.
So, of course, we're always going to talk random things, right?
Right.
But my question to you is, can you wear two different brands? Like, can you wear like Nike with Adidas sneakers? Like, do you think there's something wrong with that?
No, that's super wrong. That's a violation. That's a violation, bro. Especially when it comes to them brands, to the Nike, and Adidas. To me, it just looks tacky. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the right word, but it does look tacky.
It does.
Now, it does to me. Now, let's say you're wearing like Alexander McQueen sneakers and then you got a Balenciaga shirt. It's not too bad.
I mean, sneakers. But you can't do it with the sports.
Yeah, with the sporty brands, I don't think you should. And you know what's funny? Sometimes I go to the gym and I used to have these Under Armour pants. I don't have them anymore. And I would have the Under Armour pants and I would have the Nikes. But nobody would look at me weird.
That's different. Under Armour is like... It's not like a sneaker brand. They do have Under Armour sneakers, but it isn't like a major thing.
Yeah. So to answer your question, no. If it's Nike, if you're gonna wear Nike, wear the whole Nike. Wear all Nike. You know what I'm saying? Just make it thorough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make it thorough.
At what age do you think a guy should stop
great question.
dressing like a young boy.
Like a young boy.
Like a young boy. And I'm only saying that because, the other day I went to my mom's crib and she said, ¿Tú te crees que tú todavía eres un chamaquito?
¿Qué tú crees que tú eres? ¿Tú te gobiernas?
I'm like, Mom. I said, Mom, am I supposed to look like an old man?
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
This is a great question because I was having this conversation once with my boy. All he wears is Jordans. Now, he's like in his 50s, thorough old head. And I said, let me ask you a question. You think you'll ever stop wearing Jordans? He said, nah. I don't care what anybody says. He said, he kept it real.
It make him feel good.
Make him feel good. He said, I could be 90 years old, bro, and I'm always wearing Jordans. And to me, I look at it from this standpoint. If you can match that energy and you can wear young boy shit, it's like, I'll give you a perfect example, Jim Jones. Jim Jones does it right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You might not like his rapping. You might say he's whack. A man at 50 years old, he knows how to do it. And so that's my point. It's like,
and he in the gym.
And he in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So can you pull it off? That's the question. Yeah. If you can pull it off, man, dress how you like, bro. Of course, man. And look, there's always the occasion, right? If it's a wedding, you ain't gonna dress like a young boy. You're gonna throw the shit, right? If it's a bar mitzvah, right? So, your daughter's graduation. So a lot of times there's gonna be a time for you to dress like a grown-ass man, and there's times you can dress like a young boy. You just have to have the right energy and match that style. You can't be a cornball and try too hard to act like you're a young boy, because you can't act like a young boy. If you're old head, you're old head.
You gotta leave it to the young boys.
Leave it to the young boys, man.
Call them today?
Yeah, YNs.
Shout out to the YNs.
It's the YNs, man. It's the YNs. Yo, did you hear that Weezy kicked this girl out the crib?
Yeah, that's crazy. But that was his baby mom, right?
No,
they saying that was his baby mom.
No, I don't think that was the baby mom. No, they just got together not too long ago. They haven't been together too long.
They have no kids.
No, I don't think they have any kids. I know
she was showing a girl in the background.
That was a big girl too. That was like a teenager.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you do that?
No, I don't think he would have did that if that was his child. I don't think that's his, and if I'm wrong, I stand corrected. But this is what I want to say. Let me ask you a question, because this is a good topic, and I'm gonna flip it, right? So, do you think it's a smart idea for a young man? Okay. Old heads, you should know this already. I'm talking young, under 25, under 30,
under 25,
under that range. Do you think it's smart for a young man to move into a girl's house, not his house, her house?
At that age, you got to be careful. It's different when you're a little older. Women actually change when they get older.
But when you're older, you got your own spot.
Yeah, by that time, you should have your own spot, especially if you're a single man.
Absolutely.
You should have your own.
So you don't advise it?
Not at that age. Well, that's different.
And I think a lot of guys do it, and a lot of times we think, well, she's cool, she's different, she's a unicorn, and they do it, not realizing that when shit hits the fan, bro, you got to go.
Honestly, what it is just depending on who the person is, depending on who the guy is.
Yeah.
He might run into this John and be like, yo, she bad as a mother. I gotta be around her every day. And then she hit you with the move-in. She got a nice little apartment. It smell good. She cook.
Yeah. So,
but
it does happen, and I'm not saying that it would stop happening. I'm advising you not to do it. I'm gonna say it right here, right now, fellas. Do not move in with her. Get your own place. I don't care, Brown, if it's it could be a mattress on the ground, on the floor, right, with your little ass TV, a little nevera, and your little PlayStation, tranquilito. Because, fellas, the reason why I tell you this is because when shit hits the fan, you're going to have to go. Yeah. And the worst feeling is to knock on the door, Mom.
Oh, my God.
Let me crash.
On the couch.
Oh, my God, bro. That's the worst feeling,
and
Brown.
Then she come down the steps and throw you the pillow in a frisa.
No.
Puéstate ahí.
Mira, cabrón, I got to work in the morning. That's the worst.
Tú vas a estar bien.
Tú vas a estar bien. Yo, that's the worst. Now, look. Let's get real here. Now, so, hypothetically speaking, you meet a good girl, supposedly. You want to live with her. Your best bet is to get a lease with both of your names on it. That's your best bet. Best case scenario, if you have to live with her, make her move in with you. So when shit hits the fan, you could just take a walk, but you can always come back home.
Yeah.
Never give her the leverage to say, fuck out of here. And then as you leave, your clothes is out the window. Or what you said, remember that time you said, bleach your clothes.
Clothes out the window, they bleach them.
But that's ever happened? No.
They save them and give them to the new boyfriend.
Oh, my God.
You know what's funny? I seen this one John, this dude put out a video, and he was talking shit because he said, it didn't bother me that you left me, but you let this motherfucker wear my chocolate.
I know, yeah, you did send me that, yeah.
Yo, I was cracking.
Yo, you know what this old head told me once? I was at the DMV once, and you know when you're in the DMV, you're waiting. So me and this old head, cool old black boy, cool as hell. We was chopping up, we was laughing, bugging out, and then he says to me, "Yeah, I just left this bitch house, and I should have known better after all these years, right?" And I'm cracking up, and I'm like, "Damn, how old are you, man?" I think the dude's like 57. He said, "I should know better," and he said, "You know what I noticed, bro?" He had me dying. He said, I left my stereo system and my TV. And the sofa she had was from one of her ex. The bedroom was from another ex.
No.
When he realized it, she had so many pieces of so many. Her house was fully furnished from all of the ex.
So a bunch of other motherfuckers put her house
Right.
together.
So every time you leave, because you know how we are, right? Most guys, when you leave, you're like, you know what? Take it. Take it.
Yeah, of course.
A divorce, I'll start all over again.
I don't give a fuck.
I want my peace. But guess what? She's like, all right. Now guess what? Now she got the dining room set, the living room set, the sofa. The sofas.
What if she was interviewing these motherfuckers like, so by the way, what kind of shit you got?
What kind of shit you
gonna bring over?
What kind of TV is that? Is that a Sony?
I got a 70-inch. I got a PS5.
I got a PS5.
You know what I mean?
Hey.
I got some Don Julio. She bringing shit like that over.
Right.
So, yeah,
but think about it. So if let's say you meet a woman that she's 40 and you go into her home and her house is decked out. One is from Hakeem, the other one's from Gary. Every little piece in the house. Now, of course, she bought a few little things, but every guy she kicked out, you know, a lot of guys left their shit, bro.
That's crazy.
And try to go back to that house and get your stuff, Bob.
You ain't doing that.
You're gonna have to bring an army. She gonna call Popo. You getting locked up. Listen. That's the point I'm trying to make. That you gotta have leverage.
Yeah.
Look, in life, fellas, life is about leverage. Whether you're sitting with lawyers, you're contract negotiations, you're trying to buy a house, somebody in that meeting has leverage. When you're sitting in a divorce hearing, whatever the case may be, criminal court case, whoever has the leverage wins. Now, when you live in her home, she has the leverage. Always remember that.
All day, bro.
All day, every day. I mean.
Yeah, bro. Listen. I want to talk some shit because.
Let's do it.
Listen, man. I just want to say something to y'all people out there. When you're on the fucking 95.
Oh, we gotta do better. We gotta do better moment? Okay.
Yes. Or on any highway, right?
Okay.
If it says 70 miles per hour, it's 70 miles per hour.
Come on, Brown.
I'm only saying that because for some reason, when you're in the outer lane, people want to go fast as shit. That's not a speeding lane. It's still 70 miles an hour. That's a passing lane, bro.
Right. That's always been a problem.
I hate that shit.
That's always been a problem.
It happened to me this morning, bro.
The 95 is a monster, bro. 95 is vicious. And now they got the 4 lane zones, right? It's opened up.
It's crazy, bro.
Crazy right
I was actually on the Atlantic City Expressway.
Oh, you
and
be
I'm
out
like,
there.
I'm driving, and this dude, bro, it was like maybe 65 miles an hour, right?
Was it a Hellcat? It's always
it was
Hellcat.
just a regular truck, bro.
Okay.
And I'm like, why is this motherfucker on my bumper like that,
That's how
bro?
they be, man.
Gunning it, woo, right behind me. And I'm like, so, I do the little Joan.
Yeah, go ahead.
My man beeped the horn, put his middle finger up at me. I'm like, come on,
And you know what? And that's why road rage happens.
I'm going to tell you what I did, though.
Oh, tell me what you did.
I speeded up behind him.
You did?
And I did it to his motherfucking ass.
Yeah, but
right on his ass.
But he had an 18-wheeler?
I was in a Prius.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Brown, I love you to death, brother. Nah, don't do it, bro. Don't do it, Brown.
Listen, man. That shit pissed me off.
Prius. Rest in peace. Lord, no, but right now I would have had a rest in peace t-shirt for Brown, bro.
Drawing.
You drawing.
In a hybrid.
Channel 6 News, 5 o'clock news. Listen, and this is why, you know what's funny, Brown? Sometimes we sit back and we see road rage incidents and you be like, oh, that's fucked up. Nah, sometimes people deserve it, man. Yeah. And we're not condoning violence. But some of you clowns don't know how to drive, bro.
Yeah.
You just don't, and that's uncalled for, man. At the end of the day, it's uncalled for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing?
All right, so let's talk some other shit.
Let's do it. Talk to me.
Let's talk a little bit about dating.
Dating. Is my favorite subject. Listen, I'm a scholar when it comes to dating. Scholar 101.
I'm just saying, this type of shit happens, right? If you were to invite, this is your first time going out on a dinner date, right? It's a dinner date.
A dinner date. Okay, before we go there, never take a woman out on the first day on a dinner date. I just wanted to say
that's no good?
No, you're not supposed to, no. Go ahead, but anyway, go ahead.
Shit. I want to know where would you take her at then?
Oh, no, you take simple, something extremely simple. Okay. It could be an ice cream, a little walk.
Okay,
because the first date is an introduction.
Okay.
All right, Brown. Dinner, you don't even know if you like this, John. Now, if you smashed already, then yeah.
No, I'm not inviting her to dinner if I don't like her.
Well, you're not gonna get to like her until you go after dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
You talk a little bit,
right? Because remember, number one, you're gonna see her mannerisms.
All right, so
how she treats the waiter. It's so much. It's complex.
Right,
it's complex.
Fuck the dinner.
No dinner date. Just to say,
a regular date.
Hang out.
You
go get popcorn somewhere.
If she bring her friend with her,
oh no, violation.
Would you feel some type of way about
I'm
that?
shutting down the date. Because that's something you have to discuss with me first, and I have to agree with that. You can't bring a friend. That's super violation.
Yeah.
Tú estás loca.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tú eres loca.
That's like
that's
those
disrespectful,
girls,
bro.
That's like those girls that when you go into a bar or something, and you be like, "Yeah, you want something to drink?"
Oh, you got about my group?
Yo, I got like 5.
Nah. That's violation. That's violation 101.
They crazy.
Let me get back to the why you don't do the dinner date. Because of the influx of the numbers that women are dating now. Women are dating a lot of guys now. They might say, nah, no woman's single in my mind.
No.
They might be single as far as claiming somebody, but somebody's smashing.
Yeah.
Somebody's hollering at her. Somebody's taking her out. She's just not impressed with him. He's just there. So because we know this, ladies, we're not as dumb as we look. You're probably passing up 15,000 dinner dates. Dinner dates to women is... I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I used to date a girl in New York. I was with a girl from New York, from the Bronx, for about 8 months. One weekend she would come to Philly.
Don't say her name.
No, one weekend never. One weekend she'll come to Philly. The next weekend I'll go to New York.
Yeah.
One time I went to New York, and this is when Tinder first was popping. Remember Tinder?
Oh shit!
Tinder's still around.
The
dating app.
Okay.
It first started popping. So she says to me, we're going to a party. So we went to the party. I met a lot of her friends. We're sitting down drinking. They all started laughing and talking about this game that they were playing. The game was 2 girls had to go. How long can you go every day for the next 30 days and get dinner out of guys?
What?
The one girl once she went on 32 different dinner dates. Now,
she
of course,
a fat girl?
No, she was beautiful, bro. No, but this is the thing. Big cities, and girls could do this in big cities because you get on Tinder in Philly, New York, thousands.
Yeah.
So dinner, this is the point I'm trying to make, that because women have so many options, don't be that one guy to say, yo, let me take you out to dinner, yo. No, let's go. If a chick, listen, let me say this to you, Brown. If a chick digs you, she'll go anywhere you ask her to go.
Okay.
It could be columpios.
Yeah.
If a woman gives you orders of, well, I don't do that, I don't do this, she really don't like you.
Yeah.
If she digging you, bro, and you tell her,
she'll meet you anywhere, bro. In the parking lot.
In the parking lot, bro. It's just the guys that she put these stipulations on, it's the guys she not digging. It's like when you meet a woman and she says, I need all my bills paid. You need to get my hair done. You need to do this. You need to do that. She don't like you, bro. She don't.
So since we talk about that type of shit, if you do go to a dinner date.
No, you can. After you smash, and after you've been on a few dates and you like her, then you go take her to dinner.
This is a girl that you
like, yeah, you
right?
fucking with. Right?
You look at the menu, right? Of course, you're gonna take it to a nice spot. You look at the menu, right? Do you look at like certain things and be like, oh, I hope she don't pick that shit?
Yeah. Well. In the beginning, no, because in the beginning it's new. It's fresh.
So
and you want to show off a little bit. Yeah.
Like, yo, you want that lobster?
Go ahead, put some cheese on that burger.
Damn. Oh, you gonna get that?
You gonna get that? All right, you hungry, huh? Be like the white girl, the white chicks movie. Remember?
Give that wink.
Well, this is the this is the thing. It's like, when you first meet a John, bro, you listen, you overspending. Yeah. We all do it.
Yeah.
You ain't going to Applebee's. You going to Harp and Crown. You know what I'm saying? You acting up. You going to Butch and Singer. You going to these nice restaurants. So in the beginning, nah, because in the beginning, a lot of times what we do is we go places where we know we can afford. No matter what she orders, I'm good. I'm straight. Because that confidence feels good. When that check comes and you boom.
Always have that in
mind, brother. One time I went to Ocean Prime and the bill was like $380. I was like,
yeah. I mean, but hey,
I had it. I was just like, I didn't want to dish that out. My mind was $200. I wanted to spend $200. It was $385. That's without tip.
Damn.
Tip, I gave him $100. I gave him like $120.
No, I know you wasn't eating no tilapia.
No, we know.
Those salmon and sea
No,
bass.
it's steak, Pop. Tomahawk.
Damn.
Give me a tomahawk. No, but you know what was pricey was the drink. Because remember when I used
Drinks are expensive.
Right, when I used to drink Blue Label, Macallan 18.
Okay.
I like, that's what I used to drink, but not no more.
Shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I like high-end shit. No more Heinekens for me.
No,
but yeah, to answer your question, listen, I'm not knocking dinner dates. Fellas, just make sure she likes you. Make sure that you're getting some yams. All right? You know, all that 90-day rule that we ain't smashing. Look, I might not be smashing you, but I'm smashing somebody.
What, 90 days?
Yeah, remember the think like a man, act like a woman. What is it? You don't remember the Steve Harvey John Kelly?
90 days?
Yeah, it was a 90-day rule.
I gotta go back and watch that.
You don't remember that movie? That was the whole thing with Megan Good and all.
3 months,
bitch. You tripping?
Fuck,
3
I ain't no
months.
boxer. What's wrong with you? Got a nigga on pussy probation.
Right.
Fuck wrong with you, dog?
Right. Like, who fucking waiting 30? Listen, a woman that says, look, there was a time when that happened because guys were getting married.
Yeah.
And they were getting a virgin. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, it was worth it.
That's different.
But not no more. You ain't getting that no more, good brother.
Nah.
You're not getting that no more.
They don't go down
it is
like
what
that.
it is, man. They go down to the DM.
Yeah. I mean, since we talk about shit like
Let's
that.
do it.
Which of these 3 spots do you think you can find a good woman?
Uh-oh. Jesus.
A church, a gym, or a bar?
Oh, that's easy. That's easy peasy. In my mind, a gym.
A gym?
A gym, yeah. You want to meet somebody, go to a gym early Saturday morning, man. Sunday morning. You know what that tells you? She ain't out partying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And not only that, what it's basically saying is you're a gym person.
Right.
So you're actually meeting somebody
That's into what I'm into.
If you're a person that drinks,
right,
you'll find her at a bar.
And then
if you're a person that goes to church.
Well, the problem with the church, I'm going to tell you the problem with the church. A lot of them are recovering whores. And Lord forgive me. Huh?
That's why they in there.
That's why they in there a lot of times. So a lot of them have this crazy past. And look, everybody has redemption. So we can't, look, the past is the past. And yeah, she might, change her ways and meet a good guy. But a lot of times, them girls that be in church, they be the worst ones sometimes,
because,
man.
basically, it's just me. I don't want to say it like this. But they go to church because in their brain, God is stopping them from doing the things that they really want.
Well, right. And at the same time,
it's a sin.
It's a sin. And at the same time, look at it from the manipulating part. She can say the man I meet there has to follow, which is honorable.
Yeah.
You meet a man that fears God, and I believe a woman that fears God, that could be a beautiful thing. Because they hold you back from making. It should.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The fear of God is a beautiful thing, so I would never take that away. But she could use that always against you. You know what I'm saying? She'll dangle that, and you'll be, so now you're worried about her, you got God on your top.
You like, smell it. But you can't touch it.
So yes, for me, bro, it would be the gym, man.
Okay,
It's nothing like meeting a woman in the gym. And you know what I love about a lot of the gym girls, shout out to gym girls, the ones that are serious, really into it, man.
Okay.
And so, yes, you see the ones that flirt a little here and there, but there's so many girls that go to the gym and they focus on working out, man. And to me, that's very attractive. When I see a girl that talks to every guy, laughing and playing, touchy, I kind of lose interest. I like a girl that if a guy speaks, she's respectful, but she cuts it short and gets back to her work. You dig what I'm saying? So yes, the gym.
Okay, that's good.
You feel me? Why? Nah. We ain't gonna do all that.
We ain't gonna do all
We ain't gonna do all that.
At me, my
So this was a good show, bro. This was a good show. And we're gonna do this sometimes. We're gonna have guests that come on. We have a new announcement. We're gonna bring on guests and we're just gonna have some regular talk, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just we're gonna have talk. What do you think about that? Is that a good idea? You think it's a good idea?
Yeah. I've already got
a couple people in mind.
I got some people in mind.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
They my
just to shoot the shit. Yeah, man. Because you know what happens a lot of times. We want to have a show where we have certain subjects and we want to put out information. But then we also want to have shows where it's just the guys.
Yeah.
Just bugging out, talking, having our regular day because there's so much that goes on in our lives that sometimes we don't bring up. You know what I mean? Like there's things that sometimes I want to talk about, but I'll be like, who am I going to talk to about this?
That's
man?
like my brother Marksman, man. Shout out to Marksman. He's a person I could talk to anytime. Like,
he's easy to talk to, man.
And you know what I love about him is that he's a motherfucker. He don't sugarcoat shit.
No, he don't hold no punches. He don't pull no punches, man.
Yeah. He'll tell you, nigga, you draw.
You draw, and I want that. I don't want to be around
dudes. That's just a real person,
right?
Man.
I don't want to be around anybody that's and laugh at everything that I say. There's times that I'll say things that sometimes you might not laugh because you didn't find it funny.
Yeah,
it's not funny. It's not funny.
Not funny.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to please me over here, nigga. You ain't funny.
Yeah, but definitely him. He's a person that I definitely want to get on his show.
Yeah,
and
man.
not as interviewing him, but
just a regular talk.
Just here busting it out with him because my guys.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I heard Andrew Tate say this. A lot of people don't like him, but he did say something real good. He said, fellas, no matter how much money you have, no matter how successful you are, no matter how many girls you slept with, if you don't have a good circle of friends, life is not that good. And that's true, bro. I miss having all the fellas, man. I ain't gonna lie. Having all the fellas around you where y'all could bug out, talk, share stories, and they come to you and tell you, I'm going through this, and you give them good. Men need that, bro.
Yeah.
We need all that loneliness shit. That shit, it catches up to you, man.
You go out time to time with your fellas and you bust it up.
Yeah, man.
I think, honestly, when guys do that, you kind of appreciate your woman more.
Yeah.
You actually miss her.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I mean? You go out with your homies,
right.
You drink, you talk shit, blah, blah, blah,
No, not only that, but don't let a little shorty flirt with you. You go home extra happy.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Some girls like that, though. Some girls like the fact that you still could pull.
Yeah,
she don't want... Look, I'm not saying that your girl wants you to cheat, but the fact that she knows girls would jump on you, that's attractive, bro. And that's why you got to stay in shape.
Yep.
Keep your boys in shape and get out there with your boys, man. Have some fun.
You be ready, like I said, you just like, you know what? After this, guys, is ready. You know, because we older.
Right, at a certain at 9 o'clock, I'm already sleeping.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, I'm a old man. I get up at 4:30. Fine.
Yeah, so you know when you basically around your homies and y'all busting it up, and sometimes they tell you stories about their girls,
right?
And then you start going, damn,
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of shit, it is good, you know, to go out with your homies and have some fun and all that. And the same thing for women too, because you know, you can't always be in a house.
But girls' nights out is more riskier than men.
Girls' nights out are different.
You know, and you know why I say that? Because girls get approached. We don't get approached. Girls get approached.
Yeah, especially when we're in a crowd of guys, they ain't gonna happen.
They're not, you know, and most of the times, and this is the honest truth, it ain't nothing to lie about.
No, it ain't
nothing to lie about. When guys go out, we go bowling, go get something to eat. Usually we go right home.
Yeah.
A lot of girls, I've heard a lot of stories, girls.
Yeah, girls.
They use girls' night out to dip off and see somebody.
I mean, they do that shit, but at the same time, they could be real good women who gather together.
Get something to eat.
Group of 5.
Yeah.
They're gonna go to the club,
right.
But still the guys is hawking.
They hawking them, buying them drinks.
Right. Drinks over.
And that's the problem.
Shit.
And then in the circle, it could be a couple single Johns. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Oh no, they dangerous.
It's dangerous. When there's a bunch of married women with a couple single Johns, it's dangerous.
Dog. That's a dangerous situation.
That's a dangerous combination, bro.
Listen.
So look, man, like I said, it's good for the guys. Let's get back to the fellas. It's good for the guys to get together every once in a while. We're gonna have a show coming up soon where it's just the fellas, Brown. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
this was episode 12, Brown.
I can't believe it.
Episode 12.
I could believe it because, you know, we are doing our thing, man, and it's episode 12, bro.
Like, what? That's a beautiful thing.
It's great, man.
It's a blessing, man. Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate you, bro.
You already know, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, guys, thanks for tuning in. I would like for you to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Support us. Send us your DMs. Everything you do is because we want to do it for you, all right?
Yeah.
We want to be there for you, and we appreciate you being there for us. Shouting everybody out there. Brown, take them away.
I mean, on that point, I just want to say this one thing, because everybody watching this, right? And thank you, I appreciate y'all. But if you looking at my shit, press a like. it ain't gonna hurt. Your finger ain't gonna fall off.
Even if you don't like it.
Just press a like. I need the likes, man. We try to go viral. Like, help us out. Help a brother out.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. This is Thorough Talks 215. Eli Brown.
You already know, brother.
Yes, sir.